The NBA playoffs are here, and I'm getting my bets in on FanDuel. Talk to me, Chuck GPT. What do you know?
All sorts of interesting stuff, even Charles Barkley's greatest fear.
Hey, nobody needs to know that.
New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
21 plus and present in Ohio. Must be first online real money wager. $5 deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Hey, everyone, and welcome back to another Deep Dive with us.
It's great to be here.
Today, we're looking at how to stand out in the job market. Yeah.
Especially with, all the uncertainty out there right now.
Exactly. So we're going to be breaking down a YouTube video by career coach Linda Rainier.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her.
It's called 5 Tips to Attract Employers and Get the Job Offer.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Catchy title.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
So let's see if we can pull out some advice for you.
Right.
Help all of our listeners.
Do it.
So to get started, one of the things that Rainier talks about is going beyond just the basic resume.
Yeah, the old high school style resume.
What does she mean by that?
Right. Well, things have changed a lot, and resumes aren't what they used to be. It's not just sending out the same thing to everybody and hoping for the best.
Right.
It's really about strategy now.
Okay.
It's about thinking about what makes you uniquely valuable to an employer.
So how do we make our resumes stand out?
Well, one thing Rainey says is think of your resume like an outfit.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't wear the same thing
Yeah.
to a casual hangout with friends that you would to a job interview, right?
Right.
So it's the same with your resume. You really need to tailor it to each specific job.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we tailor it?
Well, first of all, ditch that high school format.
Okay.
The one where you just list everything you've ever done.
Okay.
Instead, think of your resume as a marketing document.
Right.
This is how you highlight your professional brand.
Right.
Rainier suggests that you start with what she calls a compelling profile.
Okay.
It's kind of like a summary at the top.
Okay.
It tells who you are as a professional.
So it's like an elevator pitch.
It is. It's like a mini elevator pitch.
At the top of your resume.
Right at the top.
Okay.
That's where you showcase your unique skills.
Got it.
And your experience.
Okay, so then we move into the professional experience section.
Yeah.
But
don't just list tasks.
Yeah.
Don't just say, I did this and I did that and I did that.
Right.
Instead, focus on your accomplishments.
Okay.
Think about how did you add value in your previous roles.
Okay.
Did you exceed expectations?
Oh, okay.
Did you save the company money?
Yeah.
Did you implement a successful project?
So instead of just saying, like, I managed projects, you'd say,
Exactly.
I successfully managed X project, which resulted in Y positive outcome.
That's a much better way to put it.
Okay.
You really want to quantify your impact whenever possible.
Got it.
And remember those keywords we talked about earlier?
Oh, yeah, the keywords.
Those are crucial here, too.
Right.
So make sure you're weaving in keywords that align with that specific job description.
Right, because those applicant tracking systems, or ATS, they're scanning these resumes for those keywords.
That's how they filter applications.
So it's not just about, like, stuffing the keywords in there?
No. It has to be genuine.
Yeah.
And it has to reflect your skills and experience.
Okay, so we've got this awesome tailored resume now.
Okay.
But what about those times when, you send your resume out?
Oh, yeah.
And you never hear back?
It's like a black hole.
It's like a black hole.
Of job applications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rainier actually addresses that in her video.
Oh, good.
She suggests going beyond simply applying online.
Okay.
And actually reaching out directly to hiring managers.
Interesting.
And recruiters.
I like that.
Through LinkedIn and email.
Okay, so being proactive.
Yeah, being proactive, making personal connections.
Yeah. And, even if it just increases your chances by, like, a small percentage,
right,
that could be the difference between getting an interview and being ignored.
Okay, so we've crafted this amazing resume.
All right.
We're reaching out directly. We're speaking the language in the bots.
Right.
What's next?
Well, then, of course, comes the interview.
Yes.
And Rainey has some really interesting thoughts about how to approach an interview.
Okay.
She calls it the consultant approach.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What does it mean to think like a consultant?
Well, it's really a shift in mindset
Okay.
Instead of going in with that feeling of desperation, like
Yeah.
you're begging for a job.
Right.
Think of yourself as a consultant pitching your services.
Oh, interesting.
You have valuable skills
Yeah.
and experience that can help solve their problems.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, and when you approach it from that perspective,
Yeah.
your confidence and your clarity will really shine through.
Right.
Instead of just listing your skills,
Right.
you're showing them how you can add value and
Right.
contribute to their success.
So how do we actually put this consultant approach into practice?
Well, one of Rainey's key tips is to have what she calls a treasure chest of stories.
Oh, a treasure chest of stories.
Right.
I like that.
So imagine having a collection
Yeah.
of these carefully curated anecdotes from your past experiences that highlight your skills, your accomplishments, and how you've overcome challenges.
So we're prepping ourselves with these mini success stories
Exactly.
that showcase our skills and
Yes,
experience.
Yes, and these stories should be tailored to the specific job you're
Okay.
interviewing for.
Okay.
They should be concise, they should be engaging,
Got it.
and they should demonstrate how your past successes
Right.
can translate into future wins for their company.
So we're not just telling them about our skills.
Right.
We're showing them through these stories.
You're showing them.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to pull up these stories quickly and smoothly.
Okay.
Almost like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
Okay.
The goal is to make them think, wow, this person has not only the skills,
Yeah.
but the proven experience to back it up.
Yeah.
They're exactly who we need.
I love that.
Right.
So we've got our resumes,
Okay.
our outreach strategy, our consultant mindset,
Right.
and our treasure chest of stories.
I like it.
What other gems does Rainier have for us when it comes to nailing that interview?
Oh, let's talk about that. Well, remember how we talked about confidence being key?
Yeah.
Ryan really stresses that projecting confidence during an interview is crucial.
Okay, but, interviews can be nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah.
How can we boost our confidence when we're feeling the pressure?
Well, confidence comes from knowing your worth
Okay.
and being well prepared.
Right.
Remember all that time you invested
Yeah.
in refining your resume, crafting your stories, and researching the company?
Yeah.
That preparation should fuel your confidence.
So it's not about faking it till you make it.
No.
It's about recognizing the work we've put in,
Exactly.
letting that shine through.
Right. And don't forget, an interview is a two-way street.
Oh, yeah?
You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
That's a good point.
Do their values align with yours?
Right?
Does their company culture seem like a good fit?
Yeah, sometimes we get so caught up in trying to impress them
Right.
that we forget that we have a choice too.
Exactly. And remember to be yourself.
Okay.
Authenticity is so important.
Right.
They want to see who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Not just a robot reciting memorized answers.
So we're bringing our best selves to the table.
Right.
But we're also letting our genuine personalities shine through.
Exactly. Let your enthusiasm and passion show.
Okay.
I know people are naturally drawn to those who are genuinely excited about their work.
But what about those tricky behavioral questions?
Oh, yeah.
The ones that always seem to pop up in interviews?
Right.
Any tips on navigating those?
That's where your treasure chest of stories comes in handy.
Okay.
Instead of rambling or trying to come up with answers on the spot,
Yeah.
you'll have these polished anecdotes ready to go.
Right.
Each story should demonstrate a specific skill
Okay.
or quality
Okay.
that aligns with what they're looking for.
So it's like having this secret weapon
It is.
to combat those interview jitters.
Yes, and practice.
Okay.
Practice rehearse your stories out loud.
Okay.
Get comfortable with the flow.
Right.
Make sure you can deliver them confidently and concisely.
Okay.
And always remember to connect your stories back to the job you're interviewing for.
Got it.
How does this experience demonstrate that you can solve their problems?
Yeah.
And contribute to their success?
So it's all about showing them like, hey, I've done this before.
Right.
And I can do it for you.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask insightful questions.
Oh, okay.
Throughout the interview.
What kind of questions should we be asking?
Ask about their company culture.
Okay.
Their challenges, their vision for the future.
Okay.
This shows that you're genuinely interested in the role.
Yeah.
And the company as a whole.
So we're not just showcasing our skills and experience,
Right.
but we're also demonstrating our genuine interest
Uh-huh.
and that we've done our homework.
Yes, precisely now, even with the best preparation.
Yeah.
And a stellar interview, sometimes you don't get the job.
Right.
Rejection is part of the process.
Yeah. It's tough to stomach, though.
I know it is.
Any advice on handling that rejection and staying motivated?
Well, first of all, don't take it personally.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just not a good fit.
Right.
Maybe they were looking for a different skill set.
Yeah.
Or maybe their company culture wasn't right for you.
Okay. Easier said than done,
I know.
but it's an important reminder.
It is. And if possible, ask for feedback.
Okay.
What could you have done differently?
Right.
Use that feedback to refine your approach for next time.
So we're turning that rejection
Yes.
into a learning opportunity.
Exactly what else can we do to keep our spirits up during the job search?
Yeah.
Well, celebrate your wins. Landing an interview is a win.
Okay.
Getting a second interview is a win.
Yes, it's so easy to get caught up in the negative,
Right.
but we need to celebrate those small victories.
Absolutely. And remember, networking is a powerful tool.
Okay, let's talk about networking.
All right.
A lot of people dread it.
Yeah, it can be.
Any advice on making networking less painful and more effective?
It can be a little intimidating,
Yeah.
but it's really about building relationships,
Okay.
and connecting with people in your field.
So it's more about building community and supporting each other.
It is. It's not about, collecting business cards
Yeah.
or trying to sell yourself to everyone you meet. It's
Yeah.
about having genuine conversations,
Okay.
sharing insights, and learning from others.
So we're planting seeds,
Yeah,
nurturing these relationships.
exactly. And you never know where those connections might lead.
Right.
A casual conversation at an industry event
Yeah.
could turn into a job opportunity down the road.
Wow.
So attend industry events, join online communities,
Okay.
reach out to people you admire.
Okay.
You never know what doors might open.
This has been such a valuable deep dive.
It has.
I feel like we've covered so much,
We have.
from resumes and keywords to this consultant mindset
Right.
and the power of storytelling.
And remember, even with all the strategies and tips,
Yeah.
job hunting can be challenging.
It can be.
It's a process, and it's okay to feel frustrated or discouraged at times.
What's the one piece of advice you would give our listeners today?
You are in control.
Ooh, I like that.
You have the power to shape your job search, to present your best self, and to attract the opportunities you deserve.
It's so easy to feel like we're at the mercy of the job market,
I know.
but we really do have more agency than we realize.
We do. So go out there with confidence, with clarity, and a strategic approach.
Love it.
Showcase your unique value, tell your story,
Yeah.
and connect with people who can support your journey.
And remember, rejection doesn't define you.
No, it doesn't.
It's just a redirection.
That's a great way to put it.
All right, well, this deep dive has been packed with actionable advice
It has.
to help you navigate the job market and land that dream career.
Yes,
Tailor your approach, project confidence, and build meaningful connections along the way.
exactly.
Thanks for tuning in to the deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We're here to support you every step of the way.
Best of luck on your job search.